Good afternoon, everyone. Mrs. Pucell here, and I am going to do a yeast experiment. Talk about some of the factors that affect yeast growth. Before we get into that, we should know from being in a baking course what a leavening agent is. Talked about quick breads at all in your course yet, and basically a leavening agent is what our baked products rise, whether it's a cake, brownies, whatever you're putting in the oven, it usually will rise. That is due to the leavening agent that is present. Now, if you have talked about quick breads in class so far, quick breads rise with quick-acting leavening agents, such as baking powder or baking soda. And today, we are going to talk about yeast being a leavening agent and some of the factors that affect how well yeast grows in environments. So what we are doing is an experiment with yeast, and I will show you some of the with different water temperature. So some of them have sugar. There's one without sugar, and so I have not added any sugar. The only thing I got ready so far is the different water temperatures. I will take a quick look again at the temperatures. If I look at this thermometer, the temperature is just about 105. Okay, I want, if you look at the card here, variation 1 to 17. Warm water, about 110. So 105 is fine. You know, it is always hit exactly on the head. If you do, perfect. If not, as long as it's close to 5. So this one, the difference is this one has a teaspoon of sugar. This one is going to be about 160 or somewhere much hotter than the first two cups. This one, the thermometer is reading around 150, okay, exactly about 148. And then this one's going to have cold water. Okay, this one, the thermometer is reading about 50 degrees, a little bit colder even than the card here says. So what we're going to do is I need to add the yeast before the water temperatures change too much. So each cup does get a little bit of yeast. Then what I also need to add to every cup, except the first one, is 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then what I also want to do is I want to stir the yeast into water to dissolve. And to do that, you can use a fork, it can be a whisk. And so there's not really too much to see yet. That's how I'm setting this up. When I stir the yeast to dissolve it in the water, I want to make sure I get it up to the side. Okay, that's why a lot of times they suggest using a whisk. Make sure the yeast can get kind of clumpy when you add it to water. I want to do my best to dissolve that in the water. There. And I'm going to get to my last 2 cups. My last 2 cups here, dissolve the yeast in the water. This is my hot one, and my cold one. And so to talk a little bit more before I stop, we really will just need to bit. But right now, you can think before we observe the results. What you think will happen. Okay. Again, the differences mainly we're looking at are the different water temperatures. So we have warm, we have hot, and we have cold. The other difference is the first 2 cups we have these 3 variations. The first one does not. So as far as cups 1 and 2, the difference they are the same except for the sugar. I also just realized. And we are going to stir that in there and let these really just sit for, the experiment usually is just about 5 minutes. But once I stir in the sugar, I'm going to let these sit and we will come back and see what happens. Again, and what might happen in